Hey, Patriots fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved New England Patriots. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. This way, you'll stay updated and never miss any breaking news or exclusive content. The rumors started circulating quietly at first, almost like background noise in the football world, but then it grew louder when Saquon Barkley himself was reportedly heard explaining the real reasons behind why a move to New England never truly felt right. In conversations that people close to the situation describe as honest and unfiltered, Barkley allegedly made it clear that money was not the only issue, but it was definitely a symbol of something bigger. The idea of accepting a lower salary was not just about personal valuation, it was about what that offer represented. To Barkley, according to these whispers, the contract proposal reflected uncertainty, hesitation, and a lack of conviction from the organization. For a player who has built his identity around elite performance, physical sacrifice, and leadership by example, that kind of offer can feel like a red flag. It sent a message that the franchise might still be searching for its direction rather than committing fully to a new era. When fans imagine Barkley in a Patriots uniform, they often focus on the legacy of the franchise, but insiders suggest Barkley was more focused on the present energy inside the building. He wanted clarity, ambition, and a strong belief system, not nostalgia. This is where the speculation gets intense, because Barkley is said to have questioned whether the Patriots truly knew who they were becoming. In a league driven by confidence and momentum, uncertainty can be louder than words, and Barkley may have heard that silence very clearly. As the story continues to unfold in locker room whispers and media speculation, another layer begins to surface around leadership, or the perceived lack of it, inside the Patriots organization. Barkley, according to people familiar with his thinking, places enormous value on leadership structures, both on the field and behind the scenes. He is not just a running back looking for touches, but a competitor who wants to align with voices that command respect and set a tone every single day. The rumors suggest that during internal evaluations, Barkley did not sense a strong, unified leadership core that could guide a locker room through adversity. This is not an attack on individual players, but rather a reflection on the overall presence, hierarchy, and emotional authority within the team. Barkley is known to thrive when accountability is clear and standards are non-negotiable. Without that, even the most talented athlete can feel isolated. The Patriots, in this speculative narrative, may still be transitioning from a past identity into something new, and Barkley reportedly did not want to be part of a prolonged identity search. For him, leadership is not about speeches or reputation, but about consistency and trust. If that trust is not immediately felt, doubt creeps in. And once doubt enters the conversation, especially for a player at Barkley's level, it becomes difficult to justify a commitment that demands both physical and emotional investment. There's also talk that Barkley viewed the salary discussion as a test of respect rather than a pure financial negotiation. In these rumor conversations, he allegedly interpreted the lower offer as a sign that the Patriots were unsure how much they truly needed him. For a franchise that once built its dominance on knowing exactly what it wanted, that uncertainty stood out. Barkley's camp is believed to have felt that the offer did not match the expectations placed upon him. If you were expected to elevate an offense, stabilize a locker room, and carry pressure in critical moments, then the compensation should reflect that responsibility. This is where the narrative becomes especially interesting, because Barkley is not typically portrayed as someone obsessed with numbers. Instead, he is portrayed as someone obsessed with meaning. He wants his presence to matter. He wants to feel essential, not optional. In this speculative lens, the Patriots' offer failed to communicate urgency. It felt cautious, almost reserved, and Barkley is a player who thrives in environments fueled by belief and bold decisions. That disconnect may have been subtle, but in high-level professional sports, subtle messages often carry the most weight. Barkley's reported reaction suggests that he reads between the lines, and what he read did not align with his vision for the next chapter of his career. Another point fueling this rumor is the idea that Barkley was searching for a team with a clearly defined offensive identity. According to the speculation, he wanted to join a system where his role was not just important, but foundational. Barkley reportedly asked himself whether the Patriots' offense truly revolved around a central philosophy or if it was still experimenting. For a running back who brings power, versatility, and presence, being part of an experimental phase can feel risky. Barkley has already experienced what it means to carry expectations without consistent structural support, and insiders suggest he was determined not to repeat that experience. The Patriots, in this rumor-driven story, may have appeared as a team still assembling the pieces rather than polishing a finished design. Barkley is believed to want clarity from the moment he steps into the facility. He wants to know how he fits, how he will be used, and how the offense adapts to his strengths. If those answers are vague or evolving, it can create hesitation. This does not mean the Patriots lack potential, but potential alone may not have been enough. Barkley is at a stage where he values stability and vision as much as opportunity. In that sense, the Patriots' pitch might have sounded more like a question than a declaration. The speculation grows even deeper when people begin to talk about culture, something Barkley reportedly weighs heavily in every major decision. Culture is not something that can be easily explained in meetings or presentations. It is something you feel when you walk through the building, interact with staff, and observe daily habits. According to the rumor, Barkley did not feel a strong cultural pull toward New England. This does not mean the culture was negative, but perhaps it did not feel aligned with his personal values at this moment. Barkley is known as a player who feeds off collective energy, shared sacrifice, and emotional investment. If the atmosphere feels cautious or restrained, it can limit that emotional connection. Some insiders speculate that Barkley sensed a franchise still redefining its internal voice, and he did not want to wait for that voice to fully emerge. For a player who gives everything physically, emotional alignment becomes non-negotiable. He wants to know that the locker room will respond to adversity together, not fragment under pressure. In this speculative framework, Barkley's decision was less about rejecting the Patriots and more about protecting himself from entering an environment that might not fully amplify his strengths. As these rumors circulate, fans are left trying to reconcile the Patriots' legacy with Barkley's reported perspective. Legacy can be powerful, but Barkley is believed to be focused on the now and the next, not the past. The idea that a historic franchise automatically guarantees stability may no longer hold the same weight for players of his caliber. Barkley allegedly wanted proof, not promises. He wanted to see leadership in action, conviction in negotiations, and clarity in direction. When those elements did not fully align, the decision became clearer. This speculative story paints Barkley as a player making a calculated, introspective choice rather than an emotional one. He was not chasing headlines or comfort, but alignment. And when alignment is missing, even the most iconic destinations can lose their appeal. The Patriots may still build something strong, but in this rumored moment, Barkley reportedly felt that his journey belonged elsewhere, where his value, voice, and vision would be fully embraced from start. In the second wave of speculation, people close to the league suggest that Barkley's comments about leadership were not aimed at any single individual, but rather at the collective dynamic he observed from a distance. Leadership, in Barkley's rumored view, is about presence during uncertainty, and some believe he questioned whether the Patriots had enough vocal anchors to stabilize the locker room through inevitable challenges. Barkley is said to value peer leadership just as much as coaching authority. He wants to look around and see teammates who naturally command respect through preparation, consistency, and accountability. If that presence feels diluted or transitional, it can impact confidence. According to the rumor mill, Barkley sensed that the Patriots were still defining who their emotional leaders would be. For a player stepping into a high-pressure role, that uncertainty can feel heavy. Barkley reportedly did not want to be placed in a position where he would be expected to lead immediately without first feeling supported by an established core. Leadership is most effective when it is shared, and Barkley may have questioned whether that shared structure was fully in place. This does not diminish the talent on the roster, but it highlights Barkley's desire for balance. He wants to lead, but he also wants to be led. That mutual exchange may not have been clear enough for him to commit. The conversation around salary continues to resurface in these speculative discussions, not as a complaint, but as a symbol of intent. Barkley is rumored to believe that financial commitment reflects emotional commitment. When a team truly believes in a player, it shows through decisive action. A cautious offer, even if strategically justified, can feel like hesitation. Barkley reportedly did not want to enter an environment where he felt he would constantly need to prove his worth beyond what he has already demonstrated. For a player who has endured physical tolls and carried heavy workloads, respect becomes essential. The Patriots' offer, in this speculative narrative, may have felt transactional rather than transformational. Barkley is believed to want to be part of a plan, not just a piece. He wants to know that his presence changes the direction of the franchise. If the offer does not communicate that level of belief, it can create distance. This rumored perspective suggests Barkley was seeking a deeper connection than what was presented. In modern football, where players are increasingly vocal about their values, that connection can outweigh traditional prestige. Barkley's decision, if these rumors hold weight, reflects a shift in how elite players evaluate opportunities. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Another angle being discussed is Barkley's long-term vision for his career. According to speculation, he is thinking beyond immediate production and considering how each environment impacts his longevity, health, and legacy. Barkley reportedly asked himself whether the Patriot situation would maximize his remaining prime years or place additional strain on his body without sufficient support. Offensive line cohesion, play calling identity, and game flow all factor into that equation. If those elements feel uncertain, a running back carries more risk. Barkley is known for his intelligence and preparation, and insiders suggest he approaches decisions with a holistic mindset. The Patriots, in this rumored evaluation, may have presented more questions than answers. Barkley is believed to want to reduce variables, not increase them. He wants to know that the system protects him as much as it uses him. That balance is critical for a player whose game relies on explosiveness and resilience. If the structure does not clearly support that balance, hesitation becomes logical. This speculative reasoning paints Barkley as someone prioritizing sustainability over sentiment, which resonates with many modern athletes. The topic of accountability also emerges strongly in these rumors. Barkley is said to thrive in environments where standards are enforced consistently, regardless of status. He reportedly values a culture where effort is visible and expectations are met daily. Some speculate that Barkley questioned whether the Patriots had fully re-established that internal accountability after recent transitions. Accountability is not just about discipline, but about shared responsibility. Barkley allegedly wanted assurance that everyone in the building was pulling in the same direction with the same intensity. If that assurance was not immediately felt, it could influence his comfort level. For a player who invests deeply in preparation, inconsistency around him can be frustrating. This rumored concern adds another layer to the decision, suggesting Barkley was not just evaluating talent, but habits. Habits define outcomes, and Barkley may have wanted clearer evidence of the habits he values most. Without that, even a respected franchise can feel like an uncertain bet. As fans continue to debate and speculate, the story of why Barkley did not choose New England becomes a reflection of a broader shift in the league. Players like Barkley are no longer making decisions based solely on brand or history. They are weighing culture, leadership, respect, and clarity with equal importance. This rumored explanation does not paint the Patriots as flawed, but as a team still evolving. Barkley, according to this narrative, simply did not want to join during a phase of self-discovery. He wanted to step into a situation that felt settled, confident, and fully aligned with his values. Whether or not every detail of this rumor is accurate, it reveals how deeply players now analyze their environments. Barkley's reported reasoning suggests a maturity and self-awareness that goes beyond headlines. He chose alignment over legacy, conviction over comfort. And in doing so, he may have sent a subtle message to the entire league about what truly matters to elite athletes in this era. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.